Good morning, all of you. Welcome to the Good Samaritan online classes for class 12th mathematics. The topic for today is partial fraction integration chapter. We are going to solve some of the problems related to the topic partial fraction. So we are going to start one question. I will explain to you how to solve this question. If you see this question very carefully, the question is integration of x upon x minus 1 whole square multiplied by x plus 2 dx. Now, this is in the form of rational function in which the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator. Now, for this type of rational function, what I will do, I will just split this rational function into this form. This question is written as a upon x minus 1 plus b upon x minus 1 whole square plus c upon x plus 2. Since it is the second last partial fraction form, so we have just splitted it into this particular form of partial fraction. Now, solving this, I get x equal to a multiply by x minus 1 x plus 2 by taking the LCM plus b multiply x plus 2 plus c multiply x minus 1 whole square. Now, substituting some values and solving this by the method of hit and trial and error method, I will get the value of a, b and c. So first I have put it x equal to 1. I got 1 equal to a multiplied by 0 since 1 minus 1 is 0 plus b multiplied by 3 since 1 plus 2 is 3 and plus c multiplied by 0 since 1 minus 1 is 0. Now solving this, I got b equal to 1 by 3. Similarly, I put x equal to minus 2 and then I will get this function as 0 and this function as 0. So I got the value of c as minus 2 by 9. Now putting these values again in the function, I will get the value of a, which is 2 by 9. So finally I got the value of a, b and c. So now again putting these value in place of a, b and c, and instead of solving this integration, we have to solve this individually. So now the question becomes x upon x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2 is equal to 2 upon 9 x minus 1 plus 1 upon 3 into x minus 1 whole square plus minus 2 upon 9 x plus 2. Now solving it individually using the concept of integration, I will get the required answer. Now solving the integration, I get the value 2 upon 9 log mod of x minus 1 plus 1 upon 3 multiply by minus 1 upon x minus 1 minus 2 upon 9 log x plus 2 plus c. Now both these functions have 2 upon 9 as common along with the log. Since it is log a minus log b, so I can write 2 by 9 log mod of x minus 1 divided by x plus 2. Because log a minus log b can be written as log a divided by b. And this is as it is minus 1 by 3 multiplied by 1 upon x minus 1 plus c. So basically what I did in this question is first converted the rational function into a partial fraction form and then solving it using the finding the values of a, b and c, and then calculating the integration using the concept of the some formulas or identity, I can say. Now we'll see our next question. The next question is question number 20. The question is integration of 1 upon x multiplied by x to the power 4 minus 1 dx. Now for this type of question, there is a trick. Whatever we have inside, just reduce one power of that and multiply the numerator and denominator by that. So we are going to multiply the numerator and denominator by x to the power 3. So what I get? This whole function is multiplied by x to the power 3 and divided by x to the power 3. So in the numerator I got x to the power 3 and in the denominator I got x to the power 4 multiplied by x to the power 4 minus 1. Now putting this x to the power 4 equal to t and using the substitution method, I got 4x cube dx equal to dt. Dx is equal to dt upon 4x cube. Now putting it in place of dx, this x cube and x cube cancel out. I got 1 by 4 integration dt upon t into t minus 1. Now just solving this using the concept of partial fraction again and splitting it into form of a by t plus b by t minus 1, simplifying it and then substituting the value for t 1 and t 0. I got the value of b and a. The value of b is 1 and the value of b is a. The value of a is minus 1. Now putting these two values in place of a and b and then integrating that, I get minus 1 upon t, which is minus log of t, and this is log of t minus 1. Again applying log a minus log b, log a by b, and then putting this complete value for this in place of this function, and I got the answer minus 1 upon 4 multiplied by log of t minus 1 upon t plus c. At the last we have to put the value of t again in order to get our final answer. So in both the cases what we did, we first converted that rational function into the form of partial fraction, and then for that partial fraction we have calculated the unknown value of a, b and c, and for that we have calculated the integration. I hope you understand both the question. We will see one more question related to the topic partial fraction. Now we will see question number 17, which is integration of cos x divided by 1 minus sin x multiplied by 2 minus sin x. Now if we substitute sin x equal to t, we get the differentiation of this as cos x dx is equal to dt, and the value of dx is dt by cos x. Substituting it in place of dx, I got cos x divided by 1 minus t, 2 minus t multiplied by dt by cos x, both eliminated. So the rational function which we get is integration of dt upon 1 minus t multiplied by 2 minus t. Now this can be splitted into the partial fraction form a upon 1 minus t plus b upon 2 minus t. Now solving this, simplifying, we get 1 equal to a multiplied by 2 minus t plus b multiplied by 1 minus t. If we put t equal to 2, this whole function becomes 0, and I got 1 equal to minus 1 of b. So b equal to minus 1. If we put t equal to 1, we will get a equal to 1. So the value of a is 1 and the value of b is minus 1. So in the above process, what I did, first converted this rational function into the form of partial fraction and then calculating the value of this unknown quantity a and b. Now after this we are going to do the integration for that. This is splitted into this form. So the integration of this is minus of log 1 minus t because the variable contains the negative sign. Here also we got minus, but above is also minus. So minus minus becomes plus. Plus of log 2 minus t. So this is log a and this is log b. Log a by b plus c. Now putting the value for t, I got log of 2 minus sin x upon 1 minus sin x plus c. So I hope you understand all three questions related to partial fraction, in which we have applied the concept of partial fraction to calculate the integration. Our next topic is ILATE, which is also called by parts. I am going to explain you that concept with a small question and also with an identity. Our next concept related to the integration is by parts, which is also called the ILATE rule. Now this rule is going to help us to calculate the integration of a problem containing two different functions. Now the functions may be inverse trigonometric, logarithm, algebraic, trigonometry or exponential. Now in order to solve that integration, we have to follow a procedure, a step that include the ascending or descending order of that function. Now in order to solve that particular function by parts of integration, we have to see one order which is called ILATE, where I stands for inverse trigonometric function, L stands for logarithm function, A stands for algebraic, T stands for trigonometric and E stands for exponential. Now if you have any two problems such that if you have a function such that there is one logarithm and there is one trigonometric function, suppose log x and sin x. Now in that question, log x is considered as u and sin x is considered as v. I will explain this concept with you with one example. If we see some of the examples, the question is integration of log x sin x. As per the rule ILATE, we see logarithm is coming at the second position and the trigonometric function is coming at the fourth position. So log x is considered as first and sin x is considered as second. So this is log x is u and sin x is v. Basically this is also called a product rule for integration. Now in second problem, the problem is integration of e to the power x sin inverse x. Now as we see, I stands at the number one position, so it is the first function, and exponential is the last, so it is the second function in this question. So u is sin inverse x and v is e to the power x. Similarly for the third one, integration of x square ex. So x square is the algebraic function, so it comes first and exponential comes second. So in this way, first we have to consider what is the first function and what is the second function. Then as per the rule of ILATE and as per the rule of by parts, we have identity to solve the problem using the concept of integration. Now hope you understand the problems related to partial fraction and hope you understand this ILATE property also. In the next class, I am going to explain you about ILATE and then we will do some problems related to the ILATE rule, or we can say we can solve some problems using the by parts condition. Hope you enjoyed this class. Try to solve out the problems based on partial fraction and try to complete the exercise up to 7.5. Thank you very much.